Does it taste as good as it looks?
Even the bread tastes like fire. I love everything about this. Not all steak sandwiches are created equal. I mean, you're not getting that at Arby's, Ethan. Tell me the truth, when was the last time you went to Arby's?
Like a month
Too soon.
ago.
Let me show you guys how to make a delicious steak sandwich. First things first, I do have a giant bed of coals. I have a lot of coals because I am going fast and furious today. This is one of my favorite parts, and don't skip it. Having really clean, good embers gives us a really even, delicious heat. So once we get all of the coals right underneath, we are going fast and furious. I need a decent amount of coals. Let's lower our grate directly over those coals. Let's go right about there. I'm about 4 inches or so from the grates. Bone-in ribeye. Now the reason I'm doing bone-in, I am making a steak sandwich, but that's gonna be chef's treat. I do this a lot. A very sharp knife. Do not dig in. We're just making little scruffs, little nicks, little nooks and crannies. I want the seasoning to stick. Also, this is gonna help open up. I mean, if you like think of it like the skin, the crust is gonna open up just a little bit, and it's gonna give us a crispier, more beautiful end result. So don't even, it's not like perfect tic-tac-toe. As I said, don't do it perfectly. I'm still doing tic-tac-toe. Here, just to mess with us. Okay. Don't forget to do these little edges too. Just a little bit of prep. We're not trimming anything. Now, we talk about this a good bit. We're not trimming. We leave all the fat. We leave all the good stuff. With a bigger cut, sometimes you're tempted to trim, and don't trim. I'm gonna season pretty heavy. I'm using the steakhouse. Use whatever seasoning that you like. But those little nicks, actually, if you can see, if I open it up, see how like they kind of open up right there? And the seasoning gets down in there. I feel like it holds nicer. It might not. I just always do it, and I like it. Try it. Let me know how it works for you. All right, this looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Come on over with me, bud. We're gonna go over that direct side. Now, that fire's hot, be careful. Have we tested the temp zones on these lenses yet?
I don't think so.
We're gonna go right over those coals. That's what we want. Let's let that cruise for just a bit. Now, the beauty of having this unit, if we do want to slow down, all we have to do, bring it up. If we want to speed it up, we can drop it down. So don't be afraid. Let's go fast and furious first. We're very, very close, fast and furious. Let's make a little sauce. Very simple sauce. When I make steak sandwiches, I'm not a huge sauce guy. Oh. I want this to be a messy, beautiful sandwich. So I'm starting with some mayo. Let's do a good bit here. Mayo base. Then we're going with some Dijon. Then we're going with a little bit of lemon juice. A touch of seasoning if you want to. I like to do a little bit of parsley, just chop it up nice and fine. I feel like this gives us the color that we want. And then smoked paprika and garlic powder. The smoked paprika is gonna kind of accent all the smoky flavors we're getting from the grill. And it just adds that little bit of color. It's really pretty. I'm gonna take a bit of red onion. Let's slice some big chunks. We're gonna caramelize these in some of that like leftover beef flavor that's on the grill. Our steak is looking pretty fantastic. Let's take a peek real quick. I feel like we're where we wanna be. I'm not using temps today. Yes, we are where we wanna be. I'm gonna bring it to the cooler side. Let's bring it over here. Just like that. Well, we're not resting yet, Ethan. We're not resting. I am gonna grab. We're not resting. I'm gonna grab those beautiful onions. Onions. I like keeping them whole like this because then they stay on the grill better. They hold together. Let's go right direct over. I feel good about this. You know what? I'm gonna bring the steak with me. Let's let this baby rest.
A little hot in that open fire.
It's not just a clever name over there. Let's let this rest for just a bit. Now we need to get to our bread. You can use any kind of bread that you like. I do like a crusty bread, big, beautiful crusty bread.
Not crusties.
Not crusties. It's your favorite joke of mine, Ethan. Yeah, you know what we can do? You wanna go caveman? Yes. We're gonna go caveman. I'm gonna do one at a time. We're gonna go right on these embers. The trick to caveman is, watch your camera, I'm gonna blow all the ash off. Here we go. See how the ash flies off? It's probably all over me. Once the ash is off, we have that beautiful coal. We can go directly on top of it really fast. 5 seconds. See that? Go, 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 go. And we're good. That's it. That's all I wanted. Some of that beautiful smoky flavor. If there is, look, you see a little bit of that? A little bit of that charcoal? We don't need that. You don't need that. Right directly on the coals. Super fast. Now I'm doing this because I want some texture. I want some smoky, beautiful flavor, but I don't want to go too toasty. Hey, get off of there. Ooh, like that. Beauty. I dig it. Now I think we can start building while those onions are finishing. I'm gonna go first on the bottom with sauce. Use as much or as little sauce as you like. I'm guessing all the sauce. Use a ton of sauce. Then we're gonna go with some baby arugula. Baby arugula is a really fantastic green. It's kind of peppery. It's gonna go well with the fattiness of the steak. If you wanted to, I've got the lemon, just a little lemon over those greens. Just a little bit. And you know, greens need some love too. Hit that with just a touch of seasoning. Just a touch, not a lot, not a lot. Now let's look at our beautiful steak, see how we're doing. I smell my onions. My onions smell done. Let's see here. Oh yeah, falling apart, but they're not done. They were lying to me. The aroma lied. A little bit longer on those, touch longer. I did mention chef's treat. This is why I like to get bone on. I'm gonna cut, like usually you can go right next to the bone so you don't miss anything. I wanna miss some stuff because this right here is chef's treat. That little extra. See that? We just opened up a ton of space. That hasn't seen any seasoning. Come on, come with me. This part's coming home. Right on the fire next to our onions. Oh yeah, let that cruise. Now the rest of this, you can go, this is the nice thing about making a steak sandwich. You can go well done for some guests. You can go rare. Let's say my wife would not go for that whatsoever. But that's right where I want it. On a steak sandwich, I'm looking for rare. I can take that little half and I can cook this a little longer. Just a little longer. Oh, see how that rib's looking? Oh. So while I'm finishing up the sandwich, you know, I can cook something extra for my wife. I can please everybody. If you like it well done, maybe stop doing that. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, my mom's like that. I have to do that trick every time I make steak.
Now I'm going through the decal and the eye. This little piece on the end, the decal, that's that corner piece. That's my favorite part of the ribeye. It is so, so good. Now I do have some of these sauces left over on the board. So I'm gonna go a little bit smaller here. The worst thing you could do to your guests is have a giant piece of meat so then when they take a bite of it, it slides off the sandwich. It's the worst. All right, let's go peek at our onions. I have a good feeling about our onions. We're just looking for some char, some beautiful smoky flavor. I'm gonna flip over the well done steak. Now I'm gonna take that onion, one slice this way, one slice this way. Again, bite-sized pieces. Doesn't have to be like super tiny, not like baby bite-sized pieces, but small enough, right? On top of our arugula. Now these onions are gonna have a little bit of crunch. They have a little bit of caramelization. Onions and steak are like best friends. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't think I had enough sauce here. It's like the sandwich of dreams. It's one of those things where when you serve this to somebody and you say, hey, I want to make you a beautiful steak sandwich, they might not be expecting that kind of magic.
Oh my gosh.
This is one of those things, like if you want to be not so messy, it's a date, not beard friendly. Just go in. Go all in for the mess. It's gonna happen. Let's take a bite. Mm-hmm.
Does it taste as good as it looks?
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
Oh, okay. All right, I understand.
I can't finish this episode. The onions still have a crunch. The steak is fatty, crispy goodness. Mm. Even the bread tastes like fire. I love everything about this. Ethan, I can't share with you while you're on camera, but here, come here. There's some sauce. There's some arugula. Wait, you gotta get an onion. Crispy onion. Doing the onion, you hear feel a little crunch on the onion?
Yeah.
A little bit of crunch on the onion, but it still has that fire kiss, that beautiful flavor. Ribeye with the oh, hey. Chef's treat.
Oh.
This isn't even part of the episode. We're just having fun. Oh, it's gonna be so juicy. Oh, good Lord.
It should be changed from chef's treat to ease treat.
Wow. You want one of those?
Yes, I do.
Well, there's only one bone. Get your own show. Here you go. We're friends. If this is your first time seeing the open flame, the ability to drop way down next to the coals, you want to slow things down, bring the grate up, use any kind of wood that you like, speed it up, slow it down, cook with fire. Everyone loves playing with fire, at least I do. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I am your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I'll see all of you in the next episode. And I'm gonna make 2 more of these ASAP.